Alright, welcome back. Today we're talking about the CSS display property. So you can add this property to a few things, and some of them have default displays. Actually, a lot of them have defaults. So this is basically how it's told to display the element. So the most common display types are inline and block. So some of the inline elements would be span a an image, so these are all inline and they're not block. And some of the block elements are div, h1, p, form, header, footer, section. So they're the block elements. So there is a whole ton of other properties that you can add to display, such as contents, flex grid, inline flex, inline grid, list item, table, table cell, none if you want to hide things. So if I wanted to, let's for example, hide an element, if I had a p tag, which is a block, and I gave it a class of hide, I could then, instead, if I wanted to hide it, I just say hide and then go display none. So then it hides it. So even though you can't see it there, let's actually add something, get rid of this. And if we go hide without display, we can, and then if we do display none, reload, it is hidden. So what else can we do with display? We can do display flex, which uses all of the flex box elements. There's so much you can do with display actually. The most common thing I usually do with display is set some elements that are not block to block. So if I go, for example, a href, like a link, I'm not going to say everything that you can do with display, just a couple of examples here. Button. Now, if I added a button here, it is not a block element, it's actually inline. So if I set this to display block, then it will change this to a block element. So then it can be padded and margined and that kind of thing. Another one you could use is display flex. Actually, hide should be none. Let's go dot flex, display flex. And then we can change our item to display flex, and we can center items or use flexbox on it. So we go class equals flex. And then so if we wanted to center something in here, we're going to use an X. Let's use emoji-ish. Alright, so if we wanted to center this, we could go display flex and then go align, set the height and width on this. And then we just go align items, center, and vertical align. Is it vertical align? I can't remember. Something else. Justify items or something, wasn't it? Yes, justify content center. That's how we flex align center something. Let's see if that works. Oh, yeah, there we go. So now that's centered inside the div no matter what it is, which is good. And yes, that is pretty much all I use. You can also go display grid if you want a grid. So it's fairly powerful, the display thing, but I will go into grid in another video. And then there is display table, caption. These are like the main ways I use it. Like usually I just set my A's and sometimes images if you need to use them for padding, because images are also inline. So you can say inline block, which is kind of handy. And yes, that is a very brief kind of summary of the CSS display layout. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.